Gratitude is one of the most profound yet often overlooked practices in human life. When we talk about gratitude, many people associate it with something external, like thanking others when they do something nice for us or showing appreciation when we receive help. But gratitude is not just about polite gestures or words. It is a deep mindset, a way of living, and a lens through which we can see life. Gratitude teaches us to focus on what we already have, to embrace the present moment, and to welcome the future with hope. In our modern society, people are constantly chasing after more money, more success, more recognition, more comfort. While ambition is not a bad thing in itself, it often creates a cycle of dissatisfaction because we forget to appreciate what we already possess. The irony is that many of us have blessings that we once dreamed about, yet instead of appreciating them, we move the goalposts further ahead. Gratitude breaks this cycle. It helps us pause, reflect, and realize that what we already have is more than enough to bring joy. Gratitude as a foundation of happiness. Let's start by understanding the connection between gratitude and happiness. Researchers in positive psychology have shown that gratitude directly contributes to emotional well-being. When we express gratitude, our brain releases chemicals such as dopamine and serotonin, the very neurotransmitters that make us feel happy and content. This means that gratitude isn't just a spiritual or moral value. It is scientifically proven to rewire our brain toward positivity. Think of a time when you felt truly thankful. Perhaps someone gave you unexpected support, or maybe you looked at your family and felt blessed just to have them in your life. In that moment, didn't you feel lighter, more at peace, and more present? That is the power of gratitude. It allows happiness to flourish in the now instead of being postponed for some future event. Gratitude for the present moment. Most of us are conditioned to think happiness lies in the future. We say things like, "I'll be happy when I get that promotion," or "I'll be grateful once I buy my dream home." The problem with this mindset is that it postpones joy indefinitely. By the time we reach one milestone, we're already aiming for the next, and the cycle never ends. Gratitude interrupts this cycle by pulling us back into the present moment. When we take time to appreciate what we already have, the health that allows us to walk, the roof over our head, the food on our table, the friendships we cherish, we begin to experience abundance, not scarcity. Gratitude transforms ordinary days into blessings, routine tasks into moments of joy, and small gestures into grand gifts. Imagine waking up and, before checking your phone, simply appreciating the fact that you woke up at all. Life itself is a miracle. Millions of people didn't open their eyes today, but you did. If you can breathe deeply, walk to the kitchen, pour yourself water, and eat breakfast, you are already wealthier than millions who are struggling without these basics. Gratitude shifts our perspective from what is missing to what is present, and in doing so, it gives us a new kind of richness. Gratitude as a magnet for future blessings. Now let's look at the other side. Gratitude also shapes the future. While we must learn to appreciate the present, being thankful also has the power to attract more good into our lives. It's not magic, it's psychology and energy. When you are grateful, you radiate positivity. People naturally want to be around someone who is appreciative, rather than someone who constantly complains. Opportunities tend to gravitate toward those with an open, thankful mindset. Think of gratitude like planting seeds. Every time you say, "I'm thankful for this moment," you're nurturing the soil of your life. And just as healthy soil produces abundant crops, a grateful heart attracts abundant blessings. Gratitude opens the door to seeing opportunities that others overlook. When you are focused on what is lacking, your vision is narrow. But when you are grateful, your eyes are open to possibilities everywhere. The danger of taking blessings for granted. One of the greatest mistakes we humans make is taking things for granted. We assume that health, relationships, and opportunities will always be there. We assume that people in our life will always remain. But life is fragile and unpredictable. What we take for granted today can be gone tomorrow. Gratitude is like insurance against regret. It ensures that we cherish what we have while we have it. Think of a loved one, maybe a parent, sibling, or close friend. How often do we stop to appreciate their presence? We might get caught up in disagreements, daily stresses, or busyness, but gratitude reminds us to pause and say, "I am lucky to have this person in my life." because one day, when they are no longer around, we would give anything to go back and simply say thank you. Gratitude protects us from that painful if only. Small practices that build gratitude. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a habit we can cultivate. Here are some simple but powerful ways to build gratitude into daily life. 1. Gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you are grateful for every morning or night. They don't have to be big. Sometimes the smallest things bring the most joy. 2. Verbal appreciation. Make it a point to thank at least one person every day, sincerely and specifically. 3. Mindful awareness. Throughout the day, pause and notice something you usually overlook: the warmth of sunlight, the taste of food, the comfort of your home. 4. Shift from complaints to gratitude. Each time you catch yourself complaining, reframe it by finding at least one thing to be thankful for in that situation. When practiced consistently, these small habits transform not just your outlook, but your entire life. Gratitude in difficult times. It's easy to be grateful when everything is going well. The real test comes in difficult times, when we face loss, uncertainty, or failure. Gratitude in such moments does not mean denying pain. It means finding light even in darkness. For example, when you lose a job, you can still be grateful for the skills you developed, the people you met, or simply for the chance to start anew. When facing illness, gratitude can shift focus toward the love and support surrounding you. Many people who go through hardship later say that gratitude is what carried them through. It doesn't erase the pain, but it gives strength to endure. Gratitude during hard times is like a candle. It may not remove the night, but it lights the path ahead. Gratitude toward ourselves. Often, we focus gratitude outward, toward others, toward life, toward God. But one area we neglect is gratitude toward ourselves. Think about how much you have endured, how many challenges you have overcome, how much effort you put into becoming who you are today. You deserve your own appreciation. Being grateful to yourself doesn't mean arrogance, it means self-respect. Say to yourself, thank you for not giving up. Thank you for showing up even when it was hard. Thank you for learning, growing, and striving. This form of gratitude builds inner strength and nurtures self-love. When you appreciate yourself, you also raise your capacity to appreciate others. Gratitude and relationships. Gratitude is like glue that strengthens human connections. When you appreciate someone sincerely, they feel valued, respected, and loved. Many relationships fail not because of major issues, but because people stop expressing gratitude. They take each other for granted. Saying thank you for small acts, a cooked meal, a kind word, a supportive gesture, can revive warmth in relationships. Couples who practice gratitude toward each other consistently report higher satisfaction, less conflict, and stronger bonds. Friendships flourish when gratitude is expressed openly. Even in professional settings, gratitude creates a culture of respect and collaboration. The ripple effect of gratitude. What's fascinating about gratitude is that it doesn't stop with the individual. It creates a ripple effect. When you express gratitude, it inspires others to do the same. Imagine a workplace where employees thank each other regularly, or a family where appreciation is expressed daily. Gratitude spreads like wildfire. It has the power to uplift communities, to soften conflicts, and to build trust. In fact, many social problems like resentment, envy, or division can be reduced if people practice gratitude. Instead of focusing on what separates us, gratitude highlights what we share. It teaches us to value not just personal blessings, but collective ones, like peace, safety, and opportunities. We've already seen how gratitude brings joy to the present, strengthens relationships, and acts as a magnet for blessings. Now let's take this further, looking at its spiritual roots, scientific backing, and the long-term impact on individuals and society. Gratitude and spiritual growth. Every major spiritual tradition teaches gratitude. In Christianity, believers are told to give thanks in all circumstances. In Islam, gratitude, or shukr, is central to faith. In Hinduism and Buddhism, it dissolves ego and fosters awareness of our connection to all beings. What unites these teachings is the belief that gratitude lifts us above material concerns. A grateful heart sees miracles in small things: the smile of a child, the beauty of nature, the chance to be alive. Gratitude also builds trust. When life brings challenges, it allows us to say, I may not understand, but I believe there's meaning here. That trust eases fear and creates peace. Science of gratitude. Modern research confirms what ancient wisdom has long said. Gratitude changes the brain and body. 1. Mental health. It reduces depression and anxiety by shifting focus away from negativity. 2. Better sleep. People who journal gratitude sleep longer and deeper. 3. Stronger immunity. Positive emotions lower stress hormones and improve resistance to illness. 4. Resilience. Gratitude strengthens brain areas linked to coping and problem solving. In a famous study by Dr. Robert Emmons, participants who kept gratitude journals for 10 weeks felt more optimistic, exercised more, and visited doctors less often. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a health practice. Gratitude against envy. One of the biggest obstacles to happiness is comparison. Social media makes it easy to envy others' lives. Gratitude is the antidote. Instead of asking, why don't I have what they have, it asks, what do I already have that makes my life meaningful? This inner focus turns envy into peace. Gratitude lets us admire others without feeling threatened because we already value our own journey. Gratitude in work life. Workplaces benefit hugely from gratitude. When leaders show appreciation, employees feel valued and motivated. Most people don't quit jobs because of pay. They quit because they feel unrecognized. A simple, sincere thank you can build loyalty more than money. Gratitude also improves teamwork. Colleagues who appreciate each other compete less and collaborate more. Gratitude can transform a workplace from stressful to supportive. Gratitude and healing. Gratitude also aids recovery, both physical and emotional. Trauma survivors, patients, and grieving people often use gratitude as a lifeline. It doesn't erase pain, but reframes it. Cancer patients who practiced gratitude reported more hope during treatment. Veterans with PTSD found gratitude eased flashbacks. Even in broken relationships, gratitude for lessons learned helps people move on with less bitterness. Gratitude doesn't remove scars but helps them heal softer. Building a gratitude-centered life consistency is the key. Gratitude must become a way of living, not a one-time habit. Here are practices that help. 1. Morning ritual. Start each day naming 3 things you're grateful for. 2. Gratitude walks. Use walks to appreciate air, trees, and your body's movement. 3. Gratitude before meals. Pause before eating to honor the food and those who provided it. 4. Evening reflection. End the day by recalling moments of joy, however small. With time, gratitude becomes second nature, turning life into something fuller and more meaningful. Gratitude and abundance. What you focus on expands. Gratitude operates on this principle. The more we acknowledge blessings, the more abundant life feels. Abundance isn't about possessions. Someone with little but gratitude may feel richer than a millionaire who constantly craves more. Gratitude helps us see wealth already present, and ironically often attracts more since positivity draws opportunities. Stories of gratitude. To see its power, let's hear some real examples. The survivor. After a near-fatal accident, a man stopped taking small things for granted. Every sunrise and every laugh with loved ones became a gift. His trauma transformed into purpose through gratitude. The woman in poverty. Living with little, she still described her life as blessed because she had health, love, and food. Her joy proved wealth is perspective, not possessions. The volunteer. Working with orphans, he discovered that though he came to give, he received even more. The children's gratitude filled him with a sense of wealth money couldn't buy. These stories show gratitude isn't about circumstances, it's about how we see them. Gratitude for the future. It may feel strange to be grateful for what hasn't arrived, but doing so builds faith. Saying, I'm thankful for the right opportunity that's coming, reduces anxiety and opens the door to receive. It's not passivity, it's trust combined with effort. Gratitude for the future shifts us from fear to peace. Gratitude and ambition. Some worry that gratitude kills ambition. In truth, they balance each other. Gratitude says, I appreciate what I have. Ambition says, I'm excited for what I can build. Without gratitude, ambition turns greedy. Without ambition, gratitude may stagnate. Together, they create growth with balance. Gratitude in daily struggles. Here's how gratitude works in small, everyday challenges. Traffic. Be grateful for your car, safety, and a destination worth reaching. Work pressure. Instead of only stress, be grateful for employment and growth. Family disputes. Remember, you're lucky to have family in the first place. Health issues. Focus on the parts of your body that still function and the care available. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring struggles, but balancing them with perspective. Gratitude as legacy. Gratitude isn't just personal, it's something we pass on. Children who see their parents grateful grow up with appreciation instead of entitlement. Leaders who show gratitude set lasting cultural tones. Imagine a world where gratitude is the default, not the exception. Conflicts would soften, kindness would multiply, and abundance would be shared. Closing reflections. Gratitude is not waiting for blessings, but recognizing those already here. It changes our minds, health, relationships, and communities. It lets us enjoy today while opening the door to tomorrow. Each morning, we can focus on what's missing, or choose gratitude, which shows what's enough. Each challenge can drown us, or gratitude can give us strength to endure. Life becomes deeper and richer when seen through gratitude's lens. It is the foundation of joy, peace, and resilience. And the beauty is this: gratitude costs nothing, yet gives everything. So don't wait for tomorrow's blessings to be thankful. Look around today with open eyes and heart and say, "Thank you, life, for everything I already have."